Welcome back here to Up North at 4. Very special guest joining us on the couch, Blake Karnick, a Park Falls resident turned professional cornhole player. First question, though, I have for you, Blake. This is a bit of a contentious one, and the answer to this question may set the tone for the rest of this interview.
Okay.
Is it bags or is it cornhole?
Depends what area you live. I think the professional term is cornhole, but if you're playing in the backyard, bags, bean bags, that's all good.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like you can't say bags, you gotta say cornhole. I didn't know. Some people get really
enemies, Nate Myhawk.
Some people get like really into that.
Okay, and you are really into this. You're competitive with this sport. How did this happen?
So I started playing with my dad about 4 or 5 years ago, just the kind of local tournaments in Price County and even in the Rhinelander area, and then about a year or two ago, we saw professional organizations playing in our area, and we're like, hey, we should go all out this year, try practicing, see how high we can get. So I did it all year. I traveled to the World Championships in Missouri and in South Carolina. And there's a lot of traveling and a lot of practice I put into it, but it's starting to pay off.
Was there like a moment for you where you go, hey, like this is, typically people see this as a backyard game, play this at tailgates with your buddies, having a few drinks. There had to have been a point for you where you said, hey, I'm like really good at this. Was there a moment?
Once we started practicing a lot and like, yeah, we started winning local tournaments, just kind of practicing in the backyard, and we're like, hey, we can start traveling more. And then we started traveling like Madison and Minnesota and Illinois, and then we're like, let's go all out this year and try to go pro. And
you know, and to me, cornhole is like the new bowling, right? Where it's just growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
More people are getting involved with it, and the level of competitiveness is going up and up and up. Am I right or wrong?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you see it on national TV now. All the payouts are going way up. There's sponsorship contracts going in 6-figure deals. So I mean, it's getting
so you
really
can make some money by your traveling to Missouri and all over the world.
There's a decent amount of people that are making this a full-time occupation for themselves.
And the league is called the American Cornhole League. I have that right?
Correct.
What's sort of the process then for you to go from, I mean, there's no, like, the NFL, there's an NFL draft, right? What's the process then, though, to go professional in cornhole?
So there's different ways. For me, I went to the World Championships in South Carolina. They had a pro qualifier tournament. There was about 850 people in that tournament. The top 32 got in.
Oh, my gosh.
I worked my way through it, and I got in that way.
Oh, wow.
And there's other ways, too. You can grind out the season standings throughout the year, but there's different ways, but I kind of took it the tough way.
So let's talk strategy. Of course, you have one, obviously, because you're winning and winning and winning and winning. You know, lots of backyard players are kind of do it recreationally, but you're at this some kind of different level. So what's the trick, the one trick?
You got to have a flat bag that spins. I think that's the most important thing. They'll give you consistency and just staying down the middle, staying confident. That's what I tell myself all the time, just stay down the middle.
And cornhole is a partner game.
There's doubles, singles, there's a women's division, there's a co-ed division, there's a seniors, juniors. I mean, there's a lot of divisions to it, but the most popular one is probably doubles, where you have a partner.
Are you in doubles then?
Yep, it's singles and doubles.
Okay.
Let's go back, though. You said a flat bag that spins. Why does the bag have to spin?
So when it lands on the board, it's doing the same thing every time. Most backyard players, they have kind of the one that knuckles in the air a bit. When it hits the board, it's going to do a different thing every single time.
Okay.
So.
And is that, it sounds simple, but is that literally just practicing it over and over and over again?
Yep.
How many bean bags would you say you've thrown in your lifetime? If you had to put a number on it.
Oh, it's got to be in the millions, I would think.
That's a lot.
I've thrown a lot.
He's thrown a lot.
All right, so what's next? Is there another competition coming up?
So this is going to be my rookie season as a pro in the American Cornhole League.
Okay.
So I'll be traveling all around the country, probably Vegas, Chicago, Atlantic City. I mean, they have pro shootouts. Hopefully, my goal this year is to requalify and to make it on TV. So that's my goal.
Will you keep checking in with us, please?
Yes, sir.
I know, this is going to be so much fun. But Blake, do you mind teaching us some tips outside here in a little bit?
Let's do it.
We'll have to do it. We're going to take a break here on Up North at 4. Blake is going to school us in cornhole. Stick with us. Welcome back here to Up North at 4. We are now outside. We kind of have a little makeshift cornhole. What do you guys call it? Is it a cornhole?
Yeah, cornhole boards.
Boards? Okay.
Court,
I don't know if it's like a track or I don't know how that works. All right.
And there's two sizes, right? One's like a regulation size and one is what?
Yeah, the boards, that's regulation size. Yep.
Okay.
That's
So we got the good ones here.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
That's good.
So forgive me if is it 22 feet, 21 feet?
27 feet front to front would be the regulation. This is
Okay.
a little shorter, but that's fine.
We can deal with that.
That'll be all good.
So I think I'm gonna go grab your bags here. if you don't
Okay.
mind, Blake. Just
Sounds
hang tight
good.
for a second. You
Okay.
were mentioning earlier
hold
in
the
the
mic
show, right? You want a. I'll let you hold these.
Yep.
You want a. You said flat
Flat bag in the air. That's the
flat
goal.
bag in the air.
Yes.
So how do I accomplish this?
So the way I grip the bag, I kind of hold it up like this,
Okay.
and then main thing we teach our players is when you extend out like that. You saw my bag is flat in the air. When I extend it out, go out
So I kind of want it to
Yep.
be just like
like a
that.
frisbee kind of just
Okay.
out, and that flattens it. Yep.
Okay. So if I think about it like I'm throwing a frisbee,
Kind of,
get
yeah.
the
That's a
wrist
good
in there.
beginner start for it.
Good
yes.
beginner start. I've thrown plenty of frisbees, Jeff. Are you a little nervous that I'm gonna be good at this?
I'm not, because
Really?
you have a record recently of not winning a lot.
This
so
is true.
yeah.
Okay. Is there? I'll let that one slide for now. Obviously, flat bag. Let it go like a frisbee. Do you have like a certain go left foot into it, right foot into it?
It's different
How do
for
you-
everyone. I start with my right foot forward. I don't step at all.
Okay.
That's easiest for me.
That's
Yep.
because you're right-handed, right?
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Yep.
So that's easier for you. Does it ever get difficult depending on what side of the board you're on? Do you have to change it up at all? Your angle?
Sometimes I'm struggling a little bit more on one side than the other, but
Okay.
it usually doesn't matter.
Okay. So I'm gonna try one here. Doing
Sounds
this.
good.
Can I call it the Frisbee technique?
Sure.
Call it the Frisbee technique. I don't know. Blake's technique. We'll call it that. All right. I'll try this. Flat in the air.
Oh,
That's a good
I was right
start,
there.
right?
I was right near
It's a
the
great
hole.
start.
Yeah.
All right. So another thing I kind of did a little research on professional cornhole today because this is fascinating to me. is there's a lot of that was not so good. There's a lot of strategy
Yeah,
involved,
it's
right?
like a chess match. Yep.
So when I'm out, like let's say I'm playing Jeff in the backyard, I'm just chucking bags, hoping for the best result. But you have, like you just said, it's a chess match.
Yep.
What's going through your mind?
I mean, it all depends on the layout of the board. If my
Okay.
opponent is on fire and making every bag in the hole, I might try intentionally putting one in front of the hole, blocking them a little bit.
Okay.
Him or her. So it might throw them off their game a little bit, and I can get my game going.
Okay. So let's say I throw another one here, nice and flat. So I'm
Right there.
putting them on the board, at least two of
Yep.
them, but it's not great. What are you thinking now?
So when you have them on the back of the board, that's usually not ideal because that means you're not making it any harder for your opponent. It's just an
Okay.
open board, and I'll be
Okay.
able to slide most of them
And
in.
you just
It's open.
destroy me right now is what you're
I
saying.
should be able to, no promises, but
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna throw one more here.
And then I want to watch him destroy you. So
Okay.
there we go.
So that's not like
That's
terrible.
not bad.
No, but it's the back of the board, which you don't want. You want the front of the board to kind of create the strategy, I'm hearing.
Right.
So, like, let's just play a quick little round here,
Okay,
right? Me
sounds
versus you. Can I throw first?
You go ahead.
Host goes.
Give you the honors.
House rules, right? All right, so I'll lead us off here. Nice and flat.
Oh,
That's
right
not a
there.
good start. That's a really bad start, I feel like.
Okay.
So, and at this point, you're just doing that. Just going right for it, right?
Yep.
How often are you putting one in the hole?
If you're not putting four in the hole nearly every round at the pro level, you're going to lose.
You're gonna
That's
lose.
just how it is.
So I've got a ways to go, Jeff, as well. All right, so Blake's
Yeah,
already
man.
off to a good start.
That gives me a bumper now. That makes the hole even wider for me because I can use that like a bowling bumper.
So what am I doing wrong here? What should I improve on?
You might not try extending out a little bit more at the target.
Okay,
That'd
so
be
do
my
extend
best-
more?
Yeah,
Okay.
extend out a little more.
Okay,
That'd be my
okay.
best advice.
All right, we'll have Blake throw one more. I'll try throwing one more
jeez.
because I think we're running out of time, Blake. But in the meantime,
Money.
No.
okay.
All right, one more.
We'll end it with you putting one in. So that
Oh.
I can push that in.
we got to run here, Blake. I appreciate you coming on. Good luck to you the rest of the season, and we'll be in touch, I'm sure.
Thank
so
you.
We appreciate it.
I
We'll take a
appreciate
break
that.
here on Up North at 4. We'll see you on the other side.
He just
Ready, here we
knocked
go.
the other two
I'm gonna
in.
end that one in.